Hello YouTube, flashlight enthusiast here. Another dual channel light on my channel, this time from premium segment the Wuben L1, featuring both floody and throwy LED channel. This one is actually quite handy when it comes to car repairs, EDC or just general outdoor. Powered by 21700 cell with USB-C charging, power bank feature and individual control over channels, is definitely worthy to look at. Wuben again decided to make a move towards Enthusiast and offers it both with Osram P9 cool white emitter but also Nichia 599 1000K. It is on a sale right now, however wait for the end of this video to make a well-informed decision because there is something in this flashlight that is worth your attention. And by the way, if you are interested in this flashlight and want to support the channel, there will be an affiliate link down below, so check it out. As always, quite attractive boxes in design for Wuben. As you can see, they're claiming this is not a flashlight, this is Wuben ECL, and by the way, you might remember the first ECL flashlight, the X0. So basically, this is the X0 ECL easy carry flashlight from Wuben. So basically a teeny tiny DC with some smart features. Here's the X2, and now they claim the L1 is in the same category. On the other side, we've got some specs from different LED choices. As you can see, we've got the main light with SST40 and auxiliary light with either Osram P9 or Nichia 599. Mind you that both of them are neutral white, however Osram P9 will be standard 70 CRI with Nichia 599 being 98 CRI, so definitely my choice is here. Inside, everything has its own compartments, with light being stored on the left side and accessories on the right side. With that being said, you get a nice multi-language L1 manual and a quality holster filled up with accessories. Accessories include USB Type-C to C charging cable, adjustable wrist lanyard with Wuben logo and decent quality. Last but not least, 2 spare O-rings in case you need a replacement. Bonus, you also get a clip that is already attached to the flashlight, as well as the battery, which is protected by this insulation film during the transportation. Quick comment on the holster, it features a Velcro strap on the back that you can attach to your belt or molly backpack. There is a stretch fabric on the side that will accommodate the flashlight, and the Velcro on top is also of high quality. Although the flashlight fits quite well, I feel that the clip is actually disturbing the fitting quite strongly. It also features some small pocket for additional accessories, maybe a second flashlight. Alright, so here it is, the Wuben L1, and I have to admit that this flashlight is definitely on a premium side of build quality, but also the design is quite unusual. So looking at the first impression now, this anodization is really quite shiny, but also looking pretty good and high quality. And the most prominent feature obviously is the head that rotates 180 degrees so that you can have either the SST40 in front or at the side along with your LED of choice. This one is Nichia 599. So this one actually uses the same optic as you can find for instance in X0 Wuben flashlight. This clip sits quite tightly. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is not bi-directional pocket clip, so you can only wear it your bezel up unless you swap it in your mount, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. Alright, and this knurling is actually quite sharp. This is really teeny tiny, however provides excellent grip when you unscrew the battery compartment here on the tail cap. As you can see, we've got nice lanyard attachment if you wish to attach it. And unscrewing the tail cap will reveal a short portion of well anodized and lubricated threads. Here a triangle, so well, could be better, but here is the nice gold plated spring over the and there is also a magnet here. I'll show you in a moment. Provided battery is the 4500 mAh 21700 cell. Wuben obviously branded it, but no USB-C charging port here built in. on the battery port itself. So these are identical that I could find in X1, for instance, inside. Nice quality battery, button top. There's a spring down there, if you could see that. The battery tube and the head is glued in this section, so you can only access the battery compartment from the tail cap section. The magnet of L1 is quite strong, being able to hold the flashlight both horizontally and vertically without any problems, so this one is definitely well executed. Looking at the head, it does rotate 180 degrees if you wish, so the transition is quite smooth. Actually, I could do it while holding the flashlight with one hand, just using my 2 fingers without any problems. Maybe if the flashlight gets a little bit older, it is a little bit harder, but I cannot comment on it yet. So the 2 heads here, the one with Nichia 519A and floody optics with anti-reflective coating obviously, and on the other side SST40 with purplish anti-reflective coating and quite deep smooth reflector for a more throwy beam. This one is a cool white emitter and the second one is neutral white emitter. On the opposite side, we've got 2 switches and a battery indicator here beneath them. So we've got 4 different stages: blue, blinking blue, red and flashing red. And what I like about this type of indicator is that you actually get the status above 90%, so you can fully know the battery is fully charged by just checking if the blue is solid or blinking, which I really appreciate. Here under the rubber cover there's also a USB-C charging port that is covered quite tightly by this, rubber thing going straight into the port, and this one not only can be charged fairly quickly via the USB-C charging cable, but also can act as a power bank for different mobile devices. Quite handy. Going through the UI real quick, we've got a dedicated switch for each channel. So basically the upper switch goes for the SST40 meter, 1 click for on, 1 click for off. If you hold the switch from off, you go back into the lowest output. I cannot call it moonlight mode, however it's quite bright for my taste. Then if you hold the switch, you go straight to the loop of 1, 2, 3 modes, and then double tap will go straight in the turbo output, triple click will go to strobe, and then 1 click will turn the brightness to the previous level. And then there's the lower switch with only 3 different modes. So this is your floody channel, so 1 click for on, 1 click for off, and then when you have it on, to cycle through low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low again. So basically no shortcuts here. If you hold the switch, nothing happens. If you double tap, it just turns on and off. So in my case, I think it's good for signaling, for this Morse code, etc., because you can really signal here without any problems. So you can have long presses or maybe short signaling presses. So no shortcuts, it kind of sucks, but on the other hand, you can do some signaling in my view. I think Wuben forgot to incorporate the electronic lockout here, so whenever you like to lock out the flashlight, just unscrew the tail cap slightly and you're good to go. On the other hand, when you're charging your flashlight, you can still use it in low mode, both floody and throwy channel. Speaking of charging, as you can see right now on the screen, it is quite fast, and you got your charging indicator between the switches. Red means charging, blue means fully charged, and in case of power bank feature, quick check with the Ace Beam rechargeable 21700 cell. It is being charged by the Wuben L1 actually without any problems. Here are my lumen measurements of the Wuben L1. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Looking at the runtime graphs, I couldn't hide my disappointment. With premium quality and design, premium driver should be a first choice. However, for some reasons with Wuben L1, it is not the case. As you can see, we've got a nice, good output, but it drops right from the start, and we can only have 383 lumens after 1 minute and 6 seconds, with flashlight head merely achieving 30 degrees Celsius. Then, as you can see, we've got standard linear output decrease, which is really a shame in a flashlight that costs $80 and is signatured by Wuben brand. Obviously, runtime is a strong point of this construction, however, after 7.5 hours you merely have 85 lumen level, which is really not that bright at all, and flashlight body stabilized at 30 degrees Celsius, so I think the potential is much higher. Same goes for the flat, however, I have to point out that I was positively surprised with the output of 926 lumens at start from single Nichia 519A, despite advertised 600 lumens. However, then, as you can see, we've got only 30 seconds of that blaze, ending at 293 lumens after 31 seconds. Again, flashlight achieving only 30 degrees Celsius. And then, as you can see, we've got standard linear output decrease. Again, no surprises here, unfortunately. And again, 85 lumens around 7 hours and 15 minutes before I ended the test manually. There is possibility to turn on both channels simultaneously, and I got around 2642 lumens at start, and after 1 minute and 3 seconds, we only have 436 lumens, with flashlight body here heating up a little bit more, and as you can see during the test it stabilized at 53 degrees Celsius, so much more realistic and approachable. However, again, linear output decrease really crosses out this flashlight from any recommendation from me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not claiming that Wuben L1 is a bad flashlight. I think many of you will appreciate the dual channel design, throw and flat, beam, etc. However, if something like this comes up and I can see that you have a premium flashlight with linear driver, I just cannot say, you know, this is a Wuben, so this is a great flashlight with no flaws. No, actually it isn't. And I think somebody has to measure it and say it to you that this has a shitty driver, especially for this price. And you will notice this right away when you hit your switch 2 times, and you will notice that the turbo is dropping in brightness just at your side, and after 30 seconds, 1 minute, you have no output whatsoever, and you're wondering what happened because your flashlight is not even hot. If you have different experience with Wuben L1, please let me know in the comment section down below, because maybe, just maybe, my sample for review is just faulty. So summing up, we've got really great build quality, super versatile beam pattern with both throw and flatty channels, and you can use them at the same time. We've got strong magnet, rotational head that can easily manipulate between throw and flat, being in the front of your flashlight. We have individual controls of both channels. On the negative side, for some reason we have no shortcuts on the flatty channel, but just on-off position, which could be potentially beneficial for signaling, and the shitty driver that I mentioned previously. Neutral side, grid battery indicator, USB-C charging, and high capacity battery as standard in many construction nowadays, so it's nothing really pointing out here. So I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to support the algorithm and not to miss any future videos that I release. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.